Squirrels! So hello, and welcome to another Legends of Runeterra video. My name is Chris, and today we will be playing a bit of a different deck. It is a Leona Draven mid-range list, and you know, recently, I'm not sure if any of you've seen it, but the swim video talking about how, you know, a lot of Runeterra's archetypes and cards are kind of railroaded, and, you know, like discard aggro, right? Or deep is another good example, where the champions are built, you know, you play Maokai, you play with Nautilus, you get deep, you have a deck. It's, you know, pretty straightforward. You know, the exact cards, you know, could be changed, but the overall idea is pretty, you know, on little railroad tracks for you to just go in. And I found that interesting, but I don't think it's fully true, because I don't know, I haven't seen anyone play Draven with Leona. Ever. I've never seen anyone even mention playing Draven with Leona. But having tested this deck out, it's actually pretty strong. And we have a bunch of different ways to, you know, be able to repel aggro, and we have a bunch of different ways to get into the late game and, you know, deal some real damage to our opponent as well. And so I'm going to get into that now. Essentially, this is a Daybreak deck. This is about as Daybreak a deck as you can get, and it's Leona focused as you can get. Now, you know, it can win games without Leona, but Leona is a big part of the deck. And why is that? Well, we're actually running 2 Morning Lights as well, and you might, this is probably a card that you have never seen played outside of a Leona champion spell, but if you have Leona on the board and this comes down, you know, and we are a pretty sturdy mid-range, you know, list, that's kind of the point. This comes down, it gives obviously all your units a buff, but then Leona will stun 2 units. If you've got other Daybreak units down on the board, and we are running, you know, pretty much all of them, so you probably will, then you get a bunch of extra value on that as well. And essentially, you're going to go in pretty big. Now, we have some Whirling Death in this deck is insane. It has come up clutch many times for me in this deck, and I think it's a bit of an underrated card. It is a really good card. And yeah, it just comes up pretty big. It's like a worse single combat, but single combat is like one of the best cards in the game. So, but yeah, just a really good card, especially with Draven. I mean, obviously it's built around Draven, but yeah, really cool card. And in the early game, you know, we have some pretty solid units. You know, obviously you can repel aggro easily in this deck, as long as you draw your Daybreak units, of course, because Solari Soldier will stop any attack on turn 1. Solari Shieldbearer will stop any attack on turn 2. Draven will probably, you know, stop, or if you're attacking on turn 3, will get you a free attack. Mountain Goat, people don't want to attack into that. You have a bunch of units that people don't want to attack into, which is giving you good value. Solari Priestess can go and find something for you on turn 4, 5, or 6 that can then, you know, help you stabilize. And then obviously Leona as well will just stun on turn 4. So you essentially just say to your opponent, you can never develop more units. Otherwise, I'm going to stop you from attacking. And that is really powerful, of course, against aggro. And against, you know, other mid-range lists, that's when stuff like Morning Light comes in, because, you know, all of a sudden you can essentially deal 20 damage on one turn. I have done it with this deck, with Morning Light. That's why this is in the deck for those mid-range battles. You basically just stun their entire board, go in and attack with all your beefed up units, and win the game. And then, you know, if it does get to the late game, we have 2 Captain Farrons to just help us in those games where, you know, we've been on the back foot, we haven't, you know, we've stabilized now, but, you know, we need to win the game. That's where Captain Farron comes in. So this, I think, is a really fun list. I think it's really cool, and I think it's pretty strong. So now let's go and test it in some games. Ooh, Vlad Sejuani. People still trying out Vlad, hey? Well, this is going to be a bit of a mid-range list and battle. I think we can drop the Farron. I think we will drop a Morning Light, but I'll actually keep these 2. We are attacking on odds, so Leona could probably stun something on 4. We obviously do want to find something a little earlier, though. These 2 are pretty nice. Culling Strike could be pretty good here. They start off with an Omen Hawk. Pale Cascade could be nice as well. Oh. My internet just died, apparently. They open attack, that's fine. Because they open attack, I will go into Mountain Goat and sort of say to them, hey, do something. We go Shared Spoils. So going for a lot of beef then, it seems. So Leona could be pretty important in this game to stun out that beef, and there is a second Leona. But I think we'll always just start off with an open attack here. This might, you know, either force something out of this Omen Hawk, or we just get a free gem. Oh, going fully in. I imagine this is with like might and stuff. So I am gonna actually do this, I think. Am I? No, I think I'll just start off by gemming. This will stop an open attack, and as soon as they're forced to develop, obviously we have Leona with Culling Strike backup. So it's a Freljord Overwhelm list that just missed the proc on that, which is a bit unfortunate for him. We will just play Leona now. But now, I mean, look at this hand. Like, we're going to be able to stun a lot of different things right now. He can't attack. So yeah, we'll just click next turn. Let's see. I don't think we're in any rush. So I think I will just start off with Daylight Spear, get more of the Daybreak going. Does play Vladimir. So I could go for this attack now, and I actually do like this attack. He might want to block with the Omen Hawk. Makes sense. We could still go in for this Culling Strike, and given how many buffs he's got off other things, we know it's a Freljord Allegiance deck, so he's not really running the Crimson card, so yeah, I actually like going for that now, because this could be a threat. It could be a threat. We'll probably go into like Shield Bearer next turn. If he does develop, which he doesn't. I mean, I'll block with the goat. No reason not to, and he just accepts that trade. That's pretty good for us. I think I want to maybe develop like one unit here. Just again get Leona closer, but no more. We might play Mentor of the Stones now. It's 3/3 Omen Hawk there. I think we'll go for Mentor. We aren't under any real threat. More Shed Spoils. But yeah, this is kind of, you know, we are going to go in for this next turn. We're going to go in for this, and then that, hopefully, next turn. Death's Hand there. That's fine. We are on now 9 cards, right? 9 cards, so yeah, we can afford to just pass again. Otherwise, we'd probably just gem this Raven Daylight Spear here. So as I say, we're going to go in Shalari Shield Bearer. And we do have just enough mana here to potentially show you that you can get off a pretty massive attack in one turn here. And also we're going to get a bunch of buffs on these. This is going to be pretty fun, I think. So yeah, he has the 5/3 Ruthless Raider. We'll stun that. Glorious Light does rain down. And now we are just going to go for Leona's Morning Light and hopefully just, you know, kick him in the face. Does draw 2 cards. But this is obviously going to buff up all our board. We have a 5/12 here. We're going to also create a card. So give everything... we give everything buffs. We stun the strongest 2 units. And he can block 7 damage, but we've got 6, 5, yeah. There, that's what I was talking about. Tahm Kench Soraka can be a bit more interesting, I think. Hush It's very good against them. I like the one Solari Soldier, I guess. Sketcher can pull his Equinox, which can silence a couple things, which could be pretty good as well. So I like that as well. Bastion could obviously be pretty good against like a Tom Kench. Do I want to play this? Farron, actually, this game could go on to the late game, depending if they draw their landmark. But as it is, I think we will just go for the attack. You know, try and get them down early. If you can put pressure on this deck, often that, you know, leads to good things for you. They do just go Starspring. I am going to go for this Mentor of the Stones. He might play into a lot of different things. But getting pressure early, I think, could be pretty good for us. And these gems also I can discard at that point. So this is actually fine because it's only 1 damage. So that Starspring is only going to get 1. And he will want to do that. He might actually been better off blocking this. But yeah, 1 is fine. You know, now we could even, you know, gem this up. Culling Strike, perfect draw. Perfect draw for exactly that. I guess I'll save you. We want to Culling Strike you 100%. He could like burst speed shakedown. So I guess I'll start with this, which gives me the Equinox that I'm probably have to take here, I imagine. You know, just to silence a lot of different things. He doesn't attack, so I will just go for this Culling Strike on the Tom Kench. And again, we will just wait. Another Farron. Interesting. I could gem this. It's risky though. We have this Hush, right? And this Hush, I think, is more important than that. I think I will just pass. Second Kench. Okay.
Hope only provides temporary sustenance, child.
So that makes me think that I can go in for this now. And get in this 6 damage. So he goes down to 7. That's pretty good for us. We can wait again. We're kind of waiting on these Farrons now. We can Hush any Broadback Protector. So just waiting for those 2 turns. There's a Zenith Blade there. It's A-okay with me. Gets another one. I guess we could try and go wide. If we bashed in this turn on this, he then can't attack with that. We could try and go wide on him here. And just put him under some real threat. He's going to go for the Acquired Taste there. I kind of like this Bastion, I think. He doesn't have any interaction, so this Bastion should be fine. And yeah, this now I could go in for this. I don't think it's worth it. I mean, he can't attack with that, so yeah. I mean, with him playing this, obviously makes it not worth it. Guiding Touch his face. That's pretty good for us. Whoa. So yep, we'll just go in for the Hush. Pretty big mistake by our opponent there. But that's the thing, when you run a list that no one's seen before, they don't know what to play around. There you go. They don't know what to play around. They're thinking, why is he running Hush? Lee Sin. Okay. Again, Leona's stuns obviously could be pretty good for this. Slaughter Priestess actually could be pretty good for this. Whirling Death, probably not as much. Sketcher and a Slurry Soldier. Do I want to play Slurry Soldier now? If we do find a Leona, it could be good to, you know, get that level up pretty close. No Draven or Mountain Goat for a discard target for Sketcher. But Sketcher could also be pretty nice. There is. Specifically Leona. We are going to go Priestess. Ooh, we are going to go Priestess this turn. But we'll just open attack and see what they want to do. They want to go Slow Priestess. Fair enough. Which if they can... I don't see this card much, but I suppose for Written in the Stars it's actually really useful. We obviously just have to go Comet, which we'll be, you know, using to try and pulverize any Lee Sins that do come down. Obviously, he could have Bastion, he could have Deny, but you know, it's our best chance if it does get to that. Hopefully, we can, you know, try and maybe win this game before it gets to that. We can just end the round there. Another Sketcher. And Equinox can be really good for, you know, silencing these. I think we will just go another Priestess first. Second Comet. Written in the Stars. Could be good for putting on some pressure. But I think I will go Stars this time. Just going to invoke. I will probably go Sketcher into Sketcher and see if we can, particularly if he's going for this and he wants the dragon next turn. See if we can find an Equinox. Hey! Equinox. This is probably the best target we're gonna get, I assume. So let's think. We have a bunch of units down on the board. This is a pretty decent draw as well. But if he plays Lee Sin, I kind of want to react, I think, to a Lee Sin. I think we will. Let's just attack with all of them but you. So we just play Lee Sin with only one mana up. You know, we'll comment it. We'll make him get another one. We don't know what he got from Slurry Priestess. Be interesting to know. Ah, he played Written in the Stars, okay. We might follow suit, to be honest. A Pale, it honestly does not really matter, that's fine. That's a pretty, you know, this unit doesn't matter, essentially. So we could do a couple things here. We could go for our own Written in the Stars. We could go Raven. I think I like Raven. We find a Morning Light. That could be pretty good for, you know, stunning their entire board. The thing is, outside of Lee Sin, they won't have... Yeah, I mean, obviously they could invoke a lot of stuff, right? Okay. So we know they've got a Lee Sin, but still, you know, holding on to it. Not wanting to play him just yet. So I'll go for my Written in the Stars also. Find a big Draven. Just pass it on back to him. I mean, let's just play this Draven down. Hello. Tasty Feyfolk, interesting. Now we don't want you to lose Raven. So this time we will just attack with Draven. Just start to get through this board a bit. Hush. And a block with the Feyfolk. Okay. So that's a Hush. Gone. Pretty good. Does play Lee Sin straight into a Comet. Again, that's why we open attack. We're just waiting for this. And if he develops a second Lee Sin, that's when we'll go for Leona. Cosmic Inspiration, okay. I wanted. He can't play it now. I think now we have to start looking for a win. Let's play Leon.
Behold the divine power of the sun. The dawn has arrived. The sun's
And we want to save these units and spells for next turn, where we can go in for a big stun and go in for as many stuns as we can get. So we'll just end the round. Let's start with Raven here.
Our strength is forever at its zenith.
blessed daylight surrounds you.
And we can go in for this. Plays are written in the stars, that's fine. Yeah, that's okay.
The sun's holy light.
So we stun this. Then we're going to go in for you. Now, these are both just normal morning lights. Also have 3 pale cascades. See what this is. Is this a comet? If so, that kind of ruins the plan. Oh, Palm. Palm isn't ideal, but it's not too bad. Let's get rid of you.
Unyielding light.
We stun the Palm. And we'll go for Morning Light.
Light rains down.
And I'll have to, well, I don't know what he's got. He could, of course, have another unit. But it's not... they don't run too many cheap units unless it's another Eye of the Dragon. We know one card is Lee Sin. Okay, it's a Mentor of the Stones. So this is obviously going to buff up our board a lot. Give us 2 stuns as well. I guess I'll take another Comet. And I guess I will take... I might take a Traveler, to be honest. Then again, Comet, double Comet could potentially, deal some damage to him. So we create 2 random cards. We're going to have a lot of cards here. One's a Sunburst. Sunburst! Ah, he's got a buffed up one, I guess, with the champion draw. So that ends them. Can now just attack with all them. That might have saved him, that one. So we can block here. Goes down to 3. That actually saved him. That one concussive palm saved him. So I guess we discard a... do I need the Sun Guardian? I guess I discard a Morning Light there. Just to get the draw next turn. I won't need 2, will I? I don't think I'll need 2. I think it's as soon as he plays Lee Sin, obviously I'm just going to stun it next turn, so... you know, it kind of becomes a bit moot. We can also silence it. But Lee Sin has 7 health, I think, when he levels up. But yeah, I'll just go for that. And he's gonna have this problem because that's all I'm gonna do. Now we do need enough mana for next turn. I actually should have got rid of a comet. Oh, that was a mistake. So if we sunburst you, I'll also stun the Lee Sin. He might have Bastion, but then he can't Zenith Blade as well, so we will survive. But then he might be able to kill a Leona. He probably does have Bastion. But how else do I get out of this? Otherwise it dies anyway, right? I have to do this. Deny. Guess I have to press OK. There is a deny gone though. Guiding touch. Take this, Simon. So we have 8 dealt to us. We will go for this pale, we might as well. Try and find Leona again. Find a Whirling Death. So next turn I can go for 2 comets. Which I think might have to be our play. He is down on 2 though. He is down on 2 here. He's down on 2. He's used at least 1 guiding touch. We have double pale. So you might get Meteor Shower from this, so I don't think.
Bask in her radiant blessing.
Don't think I can afford to play anything else.
Devotion through battle.
If we just attack with all.
Your lesson begins.
We're gonna force something out from here, and then you know we could potentially go Comet as soon as this is down. You know it doesn't really matter. He has to block here as well. We can beat 1 guiding touch. We can't beat guiding touch and hush.
Back, heretic.
Act free of doubt.
Oh, this is surviving. That's actually pretty good for us. So yeah, we'll just go for that first. Show him lethal. Click OK. He has 1 guiding touch. Okay. A deep med as well, so he has to find Hush here, and as soon as he does that, we will have access to our Comet to destroy this Lee Sin anyway. And then with this Leona draw, as soon as he so it could be Hush here, it is. But that's okay. So outside of Lee Sin, he shouldn't have enough to really do much. So yeah, now we just obviously kill you. And as soon as he plays at least Sin, we can Leona it. We know he's down on cards. Doesn't have Lee Sin. Now this is makes it a bit different.
I am more myself than ever.
Because he can still drop a Lee Sin. So I might start off with you.
Is forever at its zenith.
Blessed daylight surrounds you.
Just going for that. So now we go in for Leona.
Daylight breaks on the battlefield.
Which does this one. Obviously,
Behold the sun's holy light.
it's a bit frustrating. This turn we just have to try and survive. Which we should be able to do. Like, he can't attack with these three. I can just, you know, take the easy trades. This one I can just block there. And yeah, we take 6, but that's fine.
I will protect you.
So yeah, that's fine. We know that's what he found from, well, we're pretty sure that's what he found from them. And now we save this mana for next turn so that we can go into Solari Soldier, get a stun, and then, you know, look to continue to stun. So there's one. Now we know he's used a Hush as well. Goes for a Bastion. Okay.
Sunlight blinds.
So that will get rid of the Bastion. He develops into an Eye of the Dragon. So we have 10 mana left. So we have to start with this Mountain Goat. And we go for this. And we hope that this pulls one of the 2 units. Or does he have another deny? He has another deny. Wow. Wow, this guy's good. So then we have to just end the round.
What is gained when you return malevolence?
Jesus Christ, this guy.
Evening glows.
So we can still survive. Have to have Leona live. We have to block with you, probably there.
Gaze into the light.
No mercy for heretics.
Oh, I should have Culling Strike this last turn. What was I doing?
Strike while the planets align.
The guilty were bad.
So we go for that. It does go back up to 14. We need some good draws now. I mean, he's had double deny. He's had Hush exactly when I need it. I mean, he's got another deep med there. Into a Pale Cascade. Oh my god, this dude. Well, what a game. Oh my god, this feels so bad to lose. Oh my god, I cannot believe we lost that game. Oh, that feels so bad. What a great game though. Double deny. God damn it. Oh, what a backbreaker.